年安吉真游戏国际研讨会闭幕式现在开始。尊敬的各位领导、各位来宾，大家下午好。我是本次研讨会闭幕式的主持人肖伟。这几天啊，我们一起齐聚安吉，围绕着
3 days, we get together to talk about the Chinese perspective, global perspective of Anji play, and also we look forward into the revolution into the learning model of children all over the world. Through 3 days of visits, exchanges, and discussions, while expanding the model of Anji play in the world, we are also adding new energy and dynamics to the development of Anji play, and we are contributing the power and the strength of China into the revolution of early childhood learning and education. I think you have a better understanding of Anji play, and you probably had a better direction or clearer direction for the early childhood education in the future. I believe that under the spirit of President Xi Jinping to develop education deeply rooted in China, anti-play for sure will go to the world. Now please allow me to introduce you the guests participating in the closing ceremony. Mr. Jiang Shengxiang, the chairman of the Education International Exchange Association of Zhejiang Province, the director of the Cooperation and Exchange Office, the Bureau of Education of Zhejiang Province, Mr. Wang Zhenbing, the director of the Division of Primary Education, Department of Education of Zhejiang Province, Mr. Li Bing, the Deputy Director of the Teaching and Research Office of the Zhejiang Province, Mr. Teng Chunyou, Director, Division of Higher Education and Private Education, Bureau of Education of Huzhou City, Mr. Hu Sujuan, Deputy Chairman of the People's Congress of Anji County, and the Deputy County Director of People's Government of Anji County, Mr. Ren Guiming, the Director of the Bureau of Education of Anji County, Mr. Shi Mingqing. Of course, we also have the experts and academicians from both China and afar. Now let's give a very big applause to all the guests participating in the closing ceremony. Now let's move into the first item on the agenda of closing ceremony. That's the ceremony of a Global True Play Union. Let's invite Ms. Chen Xueqing, the initiator of the Global True Play Union, to read the statement. True Play statement. True Play is a deep engagement into the play we choose. The best expression of true play is that you take a risk and you have joy and you have a deep engagement. This is the deepest and best reflection of learning and studies. True play only can be realized in a loving environment. The decision making is based on the understanding and support of the individuals and the collective group. True play provides space for reflection. People with understanding of true play will also create an ecosystem for the community. The educator and decision maker supporting true play will protect the rights of children of true play. They will put true play as priority as their decision-making process. Thank you, Ms. Chen. And next, Jessie Coffney will read the English statement of a Global True Play Union.
True play is deep and uninterrupted engagement honored to announce the initiation of a global True Play Alliance of educators who are committed to these ideas. So I would like to name the members of the Global True Play Alliance, the initial founding membership, Professor Li Jimei, Professor Feng Xiaoxia, Professor Hua Aihua, Principal Zhang Jie, Principal Sheng Yi, and Professor Doris Chung. Our international representatives, our founding representatives are Miss Jordi Angel, Miss Esther Solomon, Mr. Greg Michaels, Dr. Peter Mangione, Dr. Andreas Ropstorff, Dr. Nikolai Varaksa, Dr. Rona Juala van Oudenhoven, Mr. Salvatore Alute, Miss Safina Mutumba, and Mr. Jean Christopher Nikidumana. Thank you.
谢谢。接下来的时间呢，有请邀请到的嘉宾代表与陈老师、高老师一起移步到我们舞台右侧的签字墙。
So we would ask that all of those representatives follow us to sign their names on the wall. So if your name was called, please come.
好，请各位签名朋友、嘉宾在背景墙前合影留念。再一次的诚挚的邀请众位嘉宾在签字墙前合影留念。合影完毕后，众位嘉宾可以回到自己的座位，入席就座。接下来的时间，有请我们的工作人员引领众位嘉宾一起合影留念。有请工作人员。 来，有请工作人员引领众位嘉宾一起合影留念。OK， 请看向摄影师、摄像师，倒数3个数，3、2、1。OK， 谢谢，有请众位嘉宾入席就座。那么在这里呢，当然也要再一次的感谢陈璇群女士为我们宣读发起的声明，也感谢我们金先生为我们宣读的英文发起声明。同时呢，在这里呢，也希望我们在座的各位可以一起加入我们的世界真游戏联盟，为安吉真游戏的美好发展共同助力。接下来将进行2020年安吉真游戏国际研讨会承办授权仪式，掌声有请任桂明副县长、 美国麦迪逊市特别代表、麦迪逊总图书馆馆长 Greg Max、威斯康星大学麦迪逊分校索伦森家族课程与教学教授 Professor Bass Girl、一城市学校创始人 Clean Care 上台进行授权，有请工作人员稍后。有请工作人员上台。接下来有请任桂明副县长与众位嘉宾一起合影留念。我相信很多的朋友一定在此刻特别的好奇，在我们此刻书法上书写的是什么样的一个内容呢？所以呢，接下来为了我们所有在座以及在电视机前的所有的观众朋友们都能够了解到我们这一幅内容，下面有请高杰先生上台为我们所有的外籍友人做分享，有请高杰先生。
Work of calligraphy was produced by a well-known calligrapher in Anji. It says 2020 Madison True Play International Conference. It says the Anji Play International True Play Conference Committee, and it's signed 2019 May 20th. No, that can't be right. May 17th, and then it's signed by Sun Wo-hong, who is the calligrapher. And I know that Beth, you wanted to say just a couple of words.
When I was approached to think about having the next conference in Madison, it was an interesting intellectual idea. I thought I'd learn something about an interesting pedagogical method, and I'd meet some interesting people. But it was a little bit more. In the last few days, I've found that, as someone else said, my mind was blown, but also it captured my heart. So I think that the most important thing is it reminded me why I went into early childhood education, and I'm so proud to be called an early childhood teacher. And I want to thank the teachers that I saw the last few days for teaching me. I'm also grateful for the idea of having the conference in Madison, and I really look forward to continuing all the conversations we've had in July of 2020 in Madison, Wisconsin. Thank you.
OK，Thank you。好，那么在这里呢，再一次的感谢任先生以及众位外籍友人可以入席就座了。
喂，可以听见吧？可以吧？刚才这位女士需要翻译吗？声音都没有出来。
接下来是安吉游戏课程1放手游戏发现儿童的发布仪式，有请陈学琴女士上台为我们做新书介绍的编写情况，掌声有请。
Okay, next we are going to have the release ceremony of the new book, Hands Down, Discover Children, and Ms. Chen Xueqing is going to talk about the edition process and development process of the new book. Let's welcome.
各位领导、各位嘉宾，我现在介绍一下我们编写的放手游戏发现儿童的这个课程1。为什么要编写这个？
Now I would like to talk about the first book of Hands Down and Discover Children. Why do we want to develop this book? It's because over the past decade, we have achieved some progresses in returning the game and in returning the play back to the children. Many colleagues and many leaders from the government departments always asked me when you will actually bring all these practices and experiences down into a book. We are very willing to share our experiences. However, you know that the curriculum of Anji Play is based on our continuous reflection in the practice. Back to 2016, we already finished the first draft. We worked on the draft for half a year, but when we reviewed the cases and we felt that we now have new cases and new practices, so we have been struggling with all these changes, and that's why we didn't launch the book for so long time. So Mr. Liu Xiaodong told me that you shouldn't be so worried, because when you publish the book, our colleagues will be able to see how much you have grown, and we would be able to see what you used to do and also what you are doing, and we will be able to compare as well. Thus, before we published the book, we also reviewed our experiences over the past 19 years. With the efforts of our editing team, finally we got the book done. I would like to tell you something about the content of this book. This book is also recognized by the Department of Education of Zhejiang Province, and it will be used as a teaching material and a curriculum in the kindergartens in the Zhejiang Province. We actually recorded the exploration process and the growing process in our practice. We also shared with you the pathway we have traveled along when continuously improving our practice in this book. So in our book, we had practices, actions, rules for actions and practices, as well as some cases as well, because such cases will help you understand our practices. We have in this series, we are going to have 3 books, and this is the #1 book of the series. And in this #1 book, we are going to talk about the 3 stages in Anji Play. And we started from returning the rights of play back to the children. And in this book, we talked about how the teachers can put the hands down and discover the children. And this book is focusing on how we can return the rights of play to children. In the second book, we are going to share with you how to interpret the play of children, how to understand the play of children. And also, we are going to talk about the revolution in the daily schedule. So in the second book, we are going to talk about the observation of play and interpretation of children. The third book will be play-based kindergarten curriculum. In that book, we will talk about play-based emergent teaching. In that book, we will also talk about what kind of change we should bring to those extracurriculum activities, and how can we expand and apply the spirit of Anji Play in other areas.
We focus on 3 kinds of relationships: relationship between play and environment, children and teachers, and families and kindergartens. In relationship 1, place and environment, we explore what kind of environment we should set up to safeguard children's right to play. And how can we create an environment so that we can truly return rights to play to children? And how can we guarantee children have uninterrupted playtime from schedule perspective? So we work on how to highlight play from material environment time. The second relationship we explore is children and teachers. When we return the power to play to children, what kind of relationship should we create? We believe it's important to support children's self-initiated learning to the maximum, to allow them many chances, maximum number of chances to have self-directed play and self-directed learning. And how can we hands-off and have minimal amount of intervention? How to strike a balance between keeping clear and supporting children's play. We will show our experiences through deep reflection. The third relationship is families and kindergartens. When we first implement Angie Play, we encountered a lot of problems, especially parents' concern about play. Mr. Yan Chaoyun mentioned that some parents believe play would actually not make my children succeed, would make Jack a dull boy. Children will be too indulgent in play, and they don't want to work hard. So in the first place, when talking about building an ecology of education, we talk about how to build a successful relationship between children and parents and the kindergarten. How we help parents recall their most beautiful childhood memory so we can persuade them the importance of play. This is the structure of the book. First, we introduce the concept of Angie Play, why we initiated a play revolution, what are the key words for Angie Play, the ecology of Angie Play, and the structure of Angie Play. Secondly, we explore materials, environment, and time. In materials, we have indoor and outdoor chapter. Chapter 3 is about hands down, observation, and discovery. We talk about the importance of hands off and retreat, observation and discovery. We shared with you the problems we have discovered and the questions raised by our seminars with our peers across the country. We also offered our answers. Chapter 4, parenting work, and our answers to parents' top concerns. We have another part which is called research. In this part, we talk about how teachers in Angie do our research. The characteristics of the book, we showed a large number of cases, millions of pictures. It's our own account in the simplest language to share with you our understanding about practical work. We look forward to your feedback. I hope the book Hands Down and Free Play, Episode 1, will be warmly supported by all of you so that we can do a better job for Episode 2 and 3. Thank you, Madam Chen. Please take your seats. Now let's invite Professor Hua Aihua to introduce new book. Professor Hua, please. Distinguished guests, just now Chen Xueqing already introduced the book. Do you still need me to introduce the book? Well, you have fully understood the book. Anji represents a success in China's preschool education reform. The success of Anji testifies an institutional reform championed by the Ministry of Education in China. In the late 1980s, the Ministry of Education of China raised the idea that all the kindergartens should treat play as the basic activity. Later, the outline for education reform and the State Council introduced several opinions to implement preschool education reform. And then the guidelines for preschool education were all introduced. All of them gave priority to play as the mainstay of Children's Day in kindergarten. And all the guidelines and ordinances justified the importance of play for children's development. From the guiding principles of the country to the implementation of play as the centrality activity in Anji, all these served as wonderful examples. Anji has been fully recognized by the Ministry of Education. Anji Play has won the first prize for basic education across the country. All the first prize winners, the experiences must be rolled out nationwide. More and more kindergartens will implement Anji Play. As a result, the Department of Education of Zhejiang Province now has 103 Anji Play schools. It is required by the province that each county in Zhejiang must have at least one Anji Play kindergarten. These 103 kindergartens are doing their work with the guidance from Anji. They will go through the 3 phases of true play revolution, from let it go to understanding play and to build up next curriculum plans. Anji will guide them, walk them through the 3 phases. In each of the phases, parents are heavily involved. And parents play different roles throughout the 3 phases. And we can see more and more kindergartens want to try out. We can see that more and more kindergartens want to follow suit. But if you don't understand the essence of Anji Play, you just try to mimic it, but you don't change your fundamental belief and your fundamental practice, you won't be successful because you haven't changed your mind. So people asked, could Anji materialize the experiences into books so it can be spread in a much more concrete way, not just through oral dissemination, but through books? And these Anji books become episode 1 for teachers' training programs. And episode 1 is called Hands Down to Discover Children. When people study Anji, you will beat Anji because you are standing on the shoulders of the giant. I'm fully convinced that this series of books will bring you much needed inspirations. But don't forget, Anji came to that. That's because for so many years, they have that implementation. The formation of Anji Play is a dynamic process. Anji Play is fluid.
is always changing. Through constant reflection, new ideas, new discoveries, new reflections were made in Anji play. For all those kindergartens who want to study Anji play, they generate new ideas, knowledge, and practices by combining their own contexts. So I believe the effects of this book will be very dynamic, and there will be a follow-up of this curriculum. There will be more coming. There will be more follow-up episodes to come. I can see this book is really rich and broad in contents. Now let's invite 3 participants. Madam Yu Ping, Principal of Ma Qiao Street, Haining City, Zhejiang. Luo Zhao, Principal of the 8th Kindergarten, Kaili, Guizhou, Qiandongnan, and Carol Spoor, at One City School. We will give the book to you as a gift.
那么在这一刻呢，也让我们再一次用热情的掌声，有请
Let's put our hands together to invite Madam Chen Xieqing onto the stage and hand off the books to these people. Picture together.
OK， 谢谢，有请众位入席就座，谢谢。
Please take your seats.
接下来将进行安吉游戏实践实验单位授牌。
Now we will grant the slate for Anji experimental kindergartens. Now let's invite representatives from the Budapest British International Schools. Madam Hu Suquan from Huzhou City Education Bureau and Madam Hu Suquan, Director of Private Education. Let's take a picture together. Thank you. 接下来有请麦迪逊一城 Now let's invite the representatives of Madison.
学院幼儿园代表、妇儿童服务2位代表共同上台。
Two representatives from Contra Costa College Early Learning Center and Ruyi Children's Service. Welcome.
同时有请浙江省教育厅基础教育处副处长李斌先生。
Let's invite Mr. Li Bing, Deputy Director of Basic Education, Zhejiang Province, and Mr. Teng Chunyu, Deputy Director of Pedagogy Star Research Center of Zhejiang Province, Department of Education. Let's welcome. Let's take a picture together.
OK， 谢谢，有请。
Thank you so much. Please take your seats.
接下来有请麦迪逊图书馆代表。
Now let's invite representatives from the Medicine Library and the Wu Yi Children's Service representative and Berkeley Little Duck Kindergarten representatives, and also Blue House Medicine.
浙江省教育厅合作与交流
Let's invite Mr. Wang Zhengbing, Director of International Cooperation Exchanges, Department of Education, Zhejiang Province, and Madam Wang Ailing, Deputy Director of CPPCC, Zhejiang, onto the stage to grant the slate of Anji Experimental Kindergarten. Let's take a picture together.
好的，非常感谢，有请众嘉宾入席就座。
Please take your seats.
接下来有请西亚拉山学院代
Now
表。
let's invite representative from Xialashan College,
游戏以
Macau Fujian School.
有请。
Welcome onto the stage. Let's invite Mr. Jiang Shengxiang, Chairman of International Exchange and Cooperation Association, Zhejiang International Education Society. Thank you. Let's take a picture together. Congratulations. Thank you. Please take your seats.
此时此刻呢，我们的闭幕式已经接近尾声了。
Our forum is coming to an end.
您的支持下，
With your strong support, our forum has been very successful. On behalf of the organizer, let's extend our sincere thanks for all the officials, guests from home and abroad. Thank you for your strong support.
表示最
Thank you so much.
谢谢你们。在这里，祝愿安吉游戏走
Let's
向
look forward. Let's wish NG Play will venture into the wider world, and we wish the world's preschool education enjoy better development. Let's see each other in Medicine City, the United States next year. Thank you.